To here. Captain Chronic, my buddy. I've done just a little bit of in between shit. Here we go. So, I've got a bunch of sugarcane for us, and I do mean a bunch. Nice little crop going on. I extended the farm some. I'm sure you could hear those annoying animals here in the background. Tons of sheep, tons of cows, some bamboo. Did a couple of raids. This is literally just 2 raids worth of stuff. And then I worked on some villagers, got some mending books, some looting, some unbreaking. Yeah, it's gonna be nice. They're over there in the village. Oop, didn't mean to do that. Oh well. And then my crowning achievement thus far. I'm sure you can see it in the background there. It's coming up. Take a wild guess as to what it is. Mind you, I don't use that. I built it, haven't used it yet because it apparently doesn't really work. That's the AFK room. Hey, what's up? I forgot I could see you comment. Yeah, so the AFK room sucks. Nope, good guess though. It's an iron farm. This ran for 3 hours last night and probably about an hour today. So that's going to be great. Some potatoes. This is that automatic experience thing I was telling you about. Right now it's cooking dried kelp so that we can cook the potatoes to then get the experience. Yeah. It's we got some decent amount of iron there. We've also got a couple of villagers, some toolsmiths and some weaponsmiths to trade that iron for. Or trade it with, God. Huh. I can absolutely help you. This is a partial design that I pulled off of YouTube and then built from memory, and then kinda I ran out of blocks in certain areas, clearly, but it's still functioning, and I mean it works great. So yeah, we can build one on your world. I'll help you out on your realm. We just need a ton of glass, a ton of flint for fletching tables, and and then we have to move at least 150 blocks away from your area, Chronic, because it's spawning things work that way where you got to be far enough away from a village. And then, oh, I seem to have left my steak somewhere. You're gonna tell me I have no steak that's cooked anywhere around here? Find that very hard to believe. Yeah, it's recommended you be 150 blocks or more away. I built mine at about 170 away, I think. 180, yeah. And then you should probably build it over an ocean. That way it increases the spawn rates. You ain't got to worry about caves and lighting land up and stuff, or going up in the sky. And yeah, I'll send you a list of required ingredients, not ingredients, blocks, you know what I meant. Alright, well, instead of running around like a fool, I guess I'll eat some potatoes. I still have not gone to the Nether yet. Yeah, it would be nice, like, you know, aesthetically pleasing, but with the way the village spawn works, like, you'd have to go through and slab or path block every single block within 128 block radius of your mob farm so that golems would only spawn in the farm, which could be doable. It would just take a lot of work, and then those kind of farms potentially break really easily. Plus you're closer to caves, so yeah. It's one of those things you go and AFK at and then come back. Anyways, go over here, show you the villagers. So in here, it doesn't look pretty yet. Eventually I want all this stuff torn down and build up another city. But all these guys buy iron, and they sell weapons and tools like a sharpness 2 iron axe, an unbreaking 1 diamond axe, an efficiency 1 pickaxe. And then that's the toolsmith. The weaponsmith sells an unbreaking 3 sharpness 3 sword, and I haven't made it to this level yet. And of course all of them buy iron, so it's a great source of XP and emeralds. I've got a looting villager right in there. Usually he comes right out as soon as I open that door. Come on. No, nothing, not today. I know you see me. Ah, there he is. He sells me looting 1, silk touch, and impaling 3. It can be a large body of water, probably, if it's deep enough water to where it's not registering so much of the caves under the water. Or, like, you have a ton of building blocks already. You could build the version up in the sky, but then, you know, it takes iron to make rails to get villagers up there. So, But either way, we'll figure it out. We'll get you set up. And then, let's see, back here we've got some more villagers. Yeah, as you can see, you're gonna see like random dirt pillars. This is from doing the raid where I was pillaring up. Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple of villagers in there. We got mending for like 11 emeralds. It's pretty freaking cheap. Wow, I took a random little bit of fall damage there. Don't know how that happened. We're just gonna go ahead and go to sleep here. Ah. Alright. I appreciate you watching, bro. Like, it definitely helps the watch time on YouTube, too. Okay, so. I mean, now there's not much to do except AFK, really. what's nice is there's a whole bunch of kelp around here. So getting dried kelp to smelt stuff is really useful. And then once we find a dripstone cave, we can make a lava farm. Obviously, iron won't be an issue for the cauldrons. We've got tons of it. And like I said, this little bit right here, and mind you, I've taken some to go sell. So it was probably down to like here or here, I would say, within like 3 hours, 3.5 hours, maybe even 4 hours total of AFK time. And I'm sure if we stand here long enough, we'll see something pop up. But if you're still watching me when I go to clear out the smoker there after all that kelp smelts, I'll show you how much XP you get from smelting kelp. And then you get a bunch. If you smelt the double chested potatoes, I think it's somewhere around 1,025 experience. I just took another little random bit of damage. That doesn't make any sense to me. Ooh, we're super close to being done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 things left. 9 stacks. But yeah, it could probably be a large body of water, bro. As long as it's deep enough, and if there is any caves under there, maybe you want to go and light them up. Alright, so anyways, how's work going? Ah. I need to get that upgraded. Need to get that upgraded. That is relatively okay. I need to combine these, or one of these with this. Yeah, see, it's just cooking away. Tons of poppies. You get some string from it. Hey, what's up? I don't know who else just joined. I can't see, but how you doing? Feel free to leave a comment, like. Alright, well, now the iron farm's pumping some good numbers. We've got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 stacks and some change. Potatoes are going to take a super long time to grow because I planted just a bunch of them in one spot. Kelp is going to be done shortly, which will then give me the experience I need to then go back over there and enchant and combine the weapons and the tools I need. Go get some emeralds, buy some more books. I really need to get Unbreaking 3 on all my armor. I need to get Prot 3 on... I need to replace the fire protection with blast protection. I have a Feather Falling 4 book. I need to get Prot 3 for that. Well, I already got Prot 3. You want to build auto farm, yeah. What kind of auto farm? Which one you thinking? Because there's dozens. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. Like, I'm gonna, since this is where I built my iron farm, and I'll be AFKing here a lot, I'm probably gonna build like my automatic sugarcane farm here, my automatic bamboo farm here, and this will just be kind of like the farm area. That way they'll all run at once. And I would make this an automatic potato farm, but that would screw up the iron farm. Yeah, harvesting them. Although if you do it with fortune, if you harvest carrots and potatoes with fortune, instead of getting like 2 to 3 back, you can get 5 to 7 back. But yeah, you would just need 2 villagers and a setup kind of like this, build up walls around it. You would need a hopper, a mine cart with a hopper, some rails. Because then when the villager is done harvesting and planting, once their inventory is filled up, they'll go to trade with the other villager in the farm, and instead of going to the villager, it'll hit the mine cart with the hopper, bring it down to a hopper, bring it down to a chest. This is the little AFK room I built. Like I said, it doesn't really work because it seems like the iron golems don't spawn as much from up here. But that's okay. And you know what, while I'm up here, might as well grab my leaves back. No real reason for this to be here anymore. Well, that's gonna go bye-bye. Well, how brave am I feeling today? Apparently very brave. Whee! Yeah, whatever. Okay, 4 more stacks. Well, 8 more stacks, realistically speaking. But yeah, that auto carrot farm, bro, would be nice. Wouldn't be too difficult to do much with. Pretty easy to build too, and you already got the villagers. Oh, that sound means yet another island golem. Yeah, next up, Real Tree, you know, Captain Chronic. You're the only one here, you know I'm talking to you. Next up that I want to do, like my next project, like major project, is probably going to be that spider spawner that we found down in the caves down there under the village. Because that would be a good source of XP and string. Pardon me while I take a drink of soda. Good old Mountain Dew. Gotta love me some Mountain Dew. A drowned farm. For things like what? Like, I know they drop copper ingots and rotten flesh. That's another thing. I want to make a cleric villager and then sell any rotten flesh I get to them, because eventually they sell you ender pearls. And ender pearls are fantastic. And then we ain't gotta wait to get ender pearls for the end portal. But yeah, why a drowned farm in your opinion? Like I said, I know they drop copper ingots, rotten flesh. They can occasionally drop like potatoes and nautilus shells. But oh yeah, and Sean, since I screwed this up and I made it one block too short, I had to get creative with where I placed the water to make the currents push them where I wanted them to go, which took some serious finagling and work. Oh yeah, speaking of which, I've picked up a handful of tridents so far, and I healed up one of them, and then there's another one that I have that when we pick up more we can heal up, so there's a trident for each of us. Yeah, look, I've been over here for what, the better part of 16 minutes, and I went from only having 12 in this stack to having, or no, I'm sorry, 12 in this stack to a full stack, and a full stack. And poppies, which we can turn these into bone meal eventually once we load up on these and get enough of those. And yeah, I mean, we've got a bunch of drowned around that island, our starter island, that they seem to spawn there like crazy, so it wouldn't be much to figure out a good design. Huh. Pardon me. Yeah, as you can see, I took my shovel and path blocked all of these around it. That way I could spawn proof. This is obviously just a floating platform I built in the ocean. Yeah, sometimes these guys spawn 2 at a time, sometimes it's 1 at a time. But I would say about 140 an hour at minimum that you get from this. And yeah, dope. I'll be over at my girls tonight, but you build the mob farm, I'll send you a list of materials to build your iron farm, and then either I can help you build it or you can build it. And your mob farm should probably You can probably get that done in one night, yeah. To be honest, this kind of took me several hours because I was tweaking things, and by the time I realized it was too short, I had already built it up and it was working, so I didn't mess with it. Yeah, that's why I wasn't streaming earlier, though. Like when you had first brought it up, because I was putting some finishing touches on it, getting some villager trades in. But now understand, what? My hardest. Wait, why do you need a zombie? And yeah, that's exactly what I was doing. But you don't need a zombie for an iron farm. Not anymore. Not on Bedrock, bro. Just 20 beds and 20 villagers who are full grown and linked to a job block. And you can't trade with them. Like, you cannot trade with any of these villagers. So as long as you have 20 job blocks, 20 beds, and 20 villagers, and an area that's not gonna spawn other mobs, with this built, iron golems will spawn. Or, yeah, but why are you saying you need a zombie and villagers? Is that for the iron farm or the mob farm? Because you know you don't need that for the mob farm, you just need darkness. The red glass, are you talking about the red stained, or the tinted glass, so that the light won't go through? Because that sounds really dope. That's for Java, bro. Now that will work on Bedrock, but it doesn't work as effectively. But the iron farms for Bedrock work just based off of villagers' spawn mechanics, instead of having to be afraid. Because I don't have a zombie, like, anywhere around here. Like, I have nothing. No violent mobs, no hostile mobs, no enemies. No nothing. So, I'll send you the list for the building blocks and everything. But basically, as far as, like, essentials to make the iron farm run, you literally need 20 beds, 20 job blocks. Fletching tables are the easiest in my opinion, or some of the easiest. And then 2 villagers to get the rest of the 20. But they can't be the green coats, the nitwits, they have to be able to have jobs. So, and then once you have 20 villagers, by the time you have 20 villagers, you should have the rest of this built up already. Then iron golems start spawning. And for anyone else that's going to watch this video, if anyone wants like an in-depth tutorial, I'll hop into a creative world at some point, not this world, and I'll give you guys a tutorial on how to build one of these, and I'll upload that. Wow, it's spawning a lot right now. Now, because I have this out here, this guy's linking to it every now. But again, this is just here to have it running because I'm here to have this running, so yeah. And once all this dried kelp is cooked, it'll be used to cook this massive amount of potatoes. Well, rest in peace, kitty. Oh, my hunger has dropped. Wow, I didn't even notice. Well, pardon me for a second. Let's see, there was all stacks before. So in just that, yeah, 37 ingots in what was that, like 10 minutes maybe? This thing is great. I'll never need... Oh, and by the way, this is the first ever iron farm I've built that has actually worked. No iron farm I've ever built has ever worked, except this one. And that includes the ones with the zombie villagers. Or the zombies and the villagers. Ooh, there's another one. Yep, keep pushing your brother into that lava, buddy. Keep on pushing him. Good. Wow, and then another one spawned again. This thing is working amazingly. So the way iron golems work is every tick there's a 1 in 7, or no, I'm sorry. It's every 1/700th of a tick in game. There's a 1 in 35 chance of an iron golem spawning on a spawnable block within a certain distance of a village. I know you can't see my hands, but I just did air quotes. Oh, I lagged. Lag is gonna be the death of me. As you can see, I'm getting incredibly lucky here. My plan after this stream is to just turn on a movie, let this run in the background, and make some massive stonks. Shout out to Paul GG. Wednesday and Thursday. I do believe I work both those days, but I probably end up closing, which means I'll be home after 11, which means I could definitely play. I keep checking it like it's gonna magically fill up with iron, when I know that that's not the case. If you're just tuning in, this is what I've built in between episodes. I mean, my last episode was only 5 minutes and it was kind of a teaser. But iron farm, 20 villagers. I got a nice little XP machine right here. This will give me, once the kelp is done, this will give me about 10 levels, maybe. And then once I cook all of these up, it'll give me about 15 levels. I'm going to go get some more dried kelp eventually. And I don't really want to leave this area. Yes, yes it does. I completely agree. If I wasn't going to my girls tonight, I'd be getting on the game with you, but I only seen her for about an hour today before she had to go to work, so... I've been thinking about doing the realm thing you were talking about. That way I could, you know, you could hop on here when I'm not on. Hey, who knows? Maybe since you've got a bunch of the building blocks, if I have time at some point, if you don't get to it, I'll hop on your realm and I'll just build you an iron farm. And I'll make it look prettier than this. Because you actually have all the blocks. I didn't want to go mining for the stuff, so I just built out of what I had on hand. But you've got cobblestone, deep slate, andesite, diorite. I bet you got granite. Why do you sound like you guys are complaining? Huh? No complaining allowed. The village just over there has our stronghold under it. Yes, I pre-scouted this seed. I really don't care. It's a great seed. I've never beaten the game. I've never killed the Ender Dragon. I've never even been to the end. And neither has Realtree right here. Do it, bro. Bet. Sounds good to me. Absolutely. Alright, so I am going to, I'm going to go ahead and stop the stream, guys. I'm going to let this run in the background. And when I get back, maybe there will be... I'm hoping at the end of this couple of hours that I'll watch a movie or two. We'll have iron down to, like, here at least. We'll pinpoint that. So if we pass that, we're doing good. And what do you mean, no? Oh, wow. Oh, I landed just on the edge of the hopper. You want to talk about a clutch landing? That was great. That was great. That was great. See? They'll go that way, and if they go that way, it pushes them back this way, which pushes them into this, which goes there. Yeah, but all I'm doing is sitting around AFKing. Pretty much. I'm literally running around in circles and talking. Plus, it's almost time for dinner. I'll hop back on after I make some food and I eat. I've only had one sandwich today. It's definitely time for some sustenance. Prismarine and glass. Bet. We need some leaves too, because the walls can't be spawnable blocks, or you have to cover them with leaves. Like, the leaves are a necessity. Or slabs. But yeah, Prismarine's a good good block to build out of. And yeah, if I wasn't broke right now, I would definitely get some Chinese, because it sounds delicious. But with that being said, cherry, yes, yes, there you go. That pink against the blue with the glass, that'll look great. Man, I should have you hop on my streams more often. Your comments are definitely going to help the channel with the analytics. Yeah, it kind of works like a string farm too, because cats, you know, drop string. We've got 43 string from it already. Ah, hello. Goodbye. Yeah, and the leaves would like rain down and look pretty, so yeah. Dang, now I kind of want to do that. I have an ocean monument right over there, because like our island's there, you can kind of see it in the distance, and then like right there is an ocean monument. I turned my render distance down just slightly. That way the game wouldn't lag as bad. But yeah, it's just like right over there. Oh. Cats are spawning in there too. Now if I tame a couple of them, it'll stop them from spawning more cats. Creepers. Wait, what about the creepers? Oh yeah, they scare away creepers. Yes, cats do that. If that's what you were referring to. Yeah, it's smart to take a cat down to the cave. Alright, sorry, it's gonna get a little loud here for a second. Wow, that was fast. Alright, now eventually another cat will spawn in here, and then I'll get that cat too. I think if you tame 3 cats, then the cats stop spawning, which will then, of course, increase the rates of the golems. This is the longest stream I've done. I've only streamed like 3 times. They were like 20 minutes apiece. Wow, he escaped. Come here, salmon. Okay, between the 7 salmon and the 3 or 4 cod that I have, I imagine it won't be too difficult to tame any more cats that may or may not spawn in there. Oop, I heard her drowned. Well, who's the other person that's watching? Might I ever wonder? It's so peaceful out here. There's no mobs, no phantoms, surprisingly, because I have not slept in quite a few days. Alright, buddy. I'm going to go ahead and let this AFK for a bit while I make some food. I'm going to end the stream here for now. I appreciate you hopping on and watching. It gives me some good watch time hours. Commenting helps the analytics. I appreciate it, bro. If you're ever going to do that, let me know, and I will. If you're ever going to stream, let me know, and I'll hop on and I'll comment and watch too. Peace out, man.